In Austin, I'm Mark Mullins. The Texas Attorney General is once again taking aim at the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR. The AG's office filed a lawsuit against the council and its chapters in Austin, Houston, and DFW, seeking to ban them from operating in the state. The governor designated the group as a foreign terrorist and transnational criminal organization back in November, accusing it of being a front group for Hamas and trying to impose Sharia law. AG Paxton is asking a judge to stop their chapters from operating in Texas. Texas Republicans are vowing to target Islam and stop what they say is the Islamification of Texas. CAIR calls the lawsuit, quote, another frivolous, politically motivated anti-Muslim publicity stunt that wastes more taxpayer dollars. KVUE's Daniel Perot takes a closer look at how anti-Muslim rhetoric has become a focus point for Texas Republicans on the campaign trail.
I will stop the invasion and defend our Christian values.
It's blanketing your TV from statewide races.
And Sharia law has no place in American courts or communities.
To the Texas Senate.
And those who follow radical Islam need to be deported from our country.
Republicans vowing to defeat what they call radical Islam. Groups within the faith they say are trying to impose their religious laws on everyone else.
We track 7 major ones, another 20 smaller ones.
Samuel Westrop is the director of the Islamist Watch Project at the conservative think tank Middle East Forum. He says politicians need to make a clear distinction between those who peacefully practice their religion and what he calls Islamism, those who interpret Islam in ways that threaten others.
And in doing so, they make a grave mistake because Muslims are our best ally in the fight against extremism.
Texas has more than 300,000 Muslims, the 5th most of any state. Shema Zion with CAIR Austin says anti-Muslim rhetoric this campaign season is at a level they've never seen before.
We listen to them, we feel like you don't see us as families and communities, how this will harm us.
Zion says it has a dangerous impact on the Muslim community. In November, Governor Greg Abbott designated CAIR as a foreign terrorist organization.
It's dehumanizing. It's affecting our mental health, our families, our level of security and safety. And we don't know how this will continue.
Republicans like Congressman Chip Roy hoping the rhetoric will turn out voters in next month's primary. He says there's a coordinated effort to Islamify Texas.
Which we've got Epic City and growing relationships between organizations in this state and dangerous terrorist organizations.
CAIR has denied it has any ties to terrorist groups and says Sharia law is not a thing in Texas.
It's a part of Sharia law that you give the minority the option to follow it or follow their religion and their laws. There is no way even logically for us to impose any law against people's willing.
Daniel Perot reporting there. According to the Pew Research Center, 42% of Muslim voters in the U.S. identify with the Republican Party. So all of this rhetoric could be alienating votes. Meantime, in Congress today, 7 Democrats introduced a bill that would prevent presidents from enacting travel bans on people of Islamic faith or any other religious group. The Austin Apartment Association is launching a new program to help first responders find more affordable apartment options. They're partnering with Austin Police, Fire, and EMS unions. The aim is to keep first responders close to the communities they serve. KVUE's Jessica Cha shares details on this program.
Rent and housing costs are expensive in Austin, even for the people who serve and protect it.
As police officers, firefighters, and EMS professionals struggle to afford living in the city they work so hard to protect, this program is a meaningful step towards closing that gap.
The Austin Apartment Alliance is launching the A Partner in Safety Alliance program. It's a way the Alliance says will give Austin first responders more housing incentives that'll keep them closer to home.
These incentives may include waived fees, reduced deposits, or rent discounts.
Because Jay Monks, president of the Austin EMS Association, says many of them live a bit far away.
If a medic has to live an hour outside of town because rent keeps climbing, that's an extra hour of driving right before they go to a 24-hour shift.
Monks says some EMS workers live as far as College Station and San Antonio.
That's their decision, but for the most part, I think a lot of our newer medics are feeling that stress, and they're being pushed out into the kind of outlying areas.
Which he says can affect performance.
It's less sleep, it's more stress, and it's a higher chance of burnout. And when burnout rises, as we know, vacancies rise, response times can grow.
But through the program, first responders will be able to pick through an online directory of apartment options and can view photos and explore options within the city. And they say it'll grow trust within communities.
Neighbors become familiar faces, and safety becomes a shared goal for the community.
Participating properties will also have the option to have safety walkthroughs with APD that'll help identify better safety measures like lighting, locks, and address signage, making Austin more affordable and united for those who try to keep it safe.
Jessica Chow with that report. The program will also organize community engagement events that allow residents and first responders to connect over a meal. It's Black History Month, and one local group is honoring a century of Black history in a unique way. They're bringing the community together for a photo shoot that celebrates culture, unity, and pride. KVUE's Brianna Perez explains.
3, 2, 1!
We felt like it was very important, again, to do something different, to be seen, to be heard, and there's no place to do that as like the capital.
They say pictures worth 1,000 words. And Brandon Boone, co-founder of Where Y'all At Though, hopes these photos speak volumes.
We got all these photos that I can look back on and kind of see the progression of Austin and just the progression of the Black community here.
Since 2018, the group has marked Black History Month with an annual community photo shoot called Celebrating Our Black. It's all about unity, culture, and visibility.
Our whole mission is to help you find your people, specifically for the Black community. We realize how gentrification in the history of Austin, our community is so spread out, so we're trying to make it as easy as possible for people to find their community.
Participants agree.
We don't have, like other cities, these meeting grounds or spaces where you can always find Black, Hispanic, people of color all the time. So this was an opportunity to either meet people you've met online, meet people you never knew existed, and then meet other people and families who, share the same interests.
We hear a lot of people like, hey, I'm just here, I don't find my community, I leave. When you see that person next year, you see that retention. I'm like, oh, you found your community. That's what keeps people here.
Organizers say hundreds show up every year. But with this year marking 100 years of Black History Month, they hope for their biggest turnout yet.
Years down the line, people look back on these photos. I think people can kind of just see the legacy, and we can be a part of the history that our ancestors laid.
You can't erase my history. We are part of this history. We're going to be here.
Brianna Perez, KVUE News.
This year's photo shoot is set for February 22nd. If you'd like to get involved, we've posted information with this story at KVUE.com. Those are the headlines in Austin. I'm Mark Mullins.